my channel. I've got my husband here today. Turn round. Say hello.
Hello. Well, I need to turn round, no one can see me.
I know, but when you're talking and your voice is going that way, the camera won't pick it up properly. Anyway, I want to show him how to do the watercolour galaxies that I do. Now, I have literally not shown him anything. Have I done it? What have I shown you?
Nothing.
Nothing. Because I said to him I didn't want to have to do this twice. I didn't want to have to explain it. So I will go through step by step with you.
And by the time we get to the end, I won't be here because I've had a massive argument.
So the first things that we need to do is set up our paper. Now I've given you that watercolour palette to use. It's only a cheap one, so if you mess it up, it's not too bad. And this isn't a really, really expensive one, but it's better than what you've got. So you need a piece of paper. I think we'll probably have to do it this way, but you can. I've done the pages before, so we're going to masking tape all the way around to secure it to the back so it doesn't move round.
How do you blue tack it?
Because blue tack won't give a nice border, will it? What you want.
What's your way to fill it out?
Well, you can do that, it just gets messy. So you want your masking tape and then put it at the back of your clothes, otherwise it'll rip the paper. And then you want to line it up as straight as you can get it. See? And you remember the other pictures that I did? I put like a piece of masking tape down the middle just to make different shapes on the pages. It's up to you what you want to do in that little boot that I did. So you need to measure it out. Just rip it and pop it on your clothes. Take that tackiness off. Just try and get your line straight. And the paper that we're using is just a Paul Rubens watercolour paper. And down this side, just try and get it as straight as you can. Don't keep taking it off and putting it back on again.
We should have just done this before we sat down.
No, because I want you to do it. Right, go on.
Here comes argument number one.
Just remember to put it on the back of your clothes. And just line it up as best as you can. So while he's doing that, I can move this paper now. I thought it'd be a nice idea to do this. And it was you that mentioned about us filming something, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I've not actually done a galaxy painting this month for my finished pages. The last galaxy paintings I think I did was that commission actually. So I'll get my water and everything ready. Why do you need to be that close?
Well, that's what I wanted to do.
I'll have to put probably the cloth between us so we can share it. I don't want to stain 2 tea towels. You're putting crap all over my paper.
How am I doing that?
I don't know, it must be on your clothes. Straight as possible. But you want a border. You want a border. Look at the border.
I've done that.
Yeah, you have done it perfectly there. There you've not. It's too... Look at the difference.
Doesn't matter.
Danny, look at the difference between that there and that.
Well, it's tough, isn't it?
It doesn't match up. But now you're going to have to make sure that you match your other side up.
I'll be quiet, Jesus Christ.
You need to do it right.
No, I need to do it my way. Your way isn't the
Alright then, do you want to completely just do it your way? I won't tell you what to do.
I'm not asked whether the border is 2mm different on one side than the other, no.
But you will at the end.
I won't, honestly. I guarantee you I will not lose an ounce of sleep over it.
Right, okay. Come on, you're putting tape down, you're not building a fucking...
Do you mind
tower.
swearing? Do you mind swearing?
I'll just bleep that out.
We don't all like to use language like that, you know.
Yeah, alright. Right, you need to wet your... Where have I put it now? Where's the squirty bottle there? Just a couple of drops like this. Just put it anywhere. Look, watch. So you just need to activate the paint. Now, if you know what colours that you're going to use, just activate that colour. If you're not 100% sure, just activate them all. It's no problem.
Activate it, you mean spray it with water?
Yeah, you're activating the paint.
Spraying it with water, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I know, but you're activating it. You need to put it in frame. I'd like to say that he's got patience of a saint, but he hasn't.
Is that sprayed?
That's sprayed enough. Just leave it a second or two. Do you want to use the paints directly from the pan, or do you want to mix colours?
I haven't got a clue.
Or do you just want to copy me?
No, I'm just going to do what I want to do with normal colours.
You just want to do what you want to do? You don't want to copy me? Are you
I
sure?
want to be the same as you, no. I'll do
know,
what
but
you're doing.
it will turn out
I just want to use whatever the colours there. I don't want to try and make a different colour. I can't
you can use whatever colours that you want to use. You don't have to use the same as me. Not at all. Right, there's our water. We'll have to share that for my basket's only big enough for one. Watercolour brushes. So we'll use one of the big ones to wet all the paper. Which one do you want? You have the bigger one. So while your paint is activating, pop it into the water.
What?
Put your paintbrush in the water. And then you want to just put clean water all over your paper. I can't do it with this tray, but if you lift that up you can see the sheen on the paper. You know where it's shiny where you've put the water. I can't do this because of the glass thing that I'm using. I usually like using that, I've only got one more. So you just want to put water everywhere. You don't want any patches, but you don't want to make puddles either, because the paint will go funny.
Right, done. Come on.
Right, so get the first layer down, pick whatever colour that you want.
What, with this?
Yeah, with
this
that big
massive one?
Yeah, with that big
That's
one.
stupid.
But Danny,
I can't even fit in there, that's bigger than the...
Danny, just do it. Just do it.
You
Just
don't
pick.
have to dry it?
No, you need plenty of water. And just get that base layer on. I'm adding even more water, then we'll use the heat gun between layers.
Okay, it's not putting much on, look.
Watch. Watch, watch, watch. Right, you
Well,
need
you're
more
getting it all
water.
over there then.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But they're all mixing together, that's not...
It doesn't matter, it cleans.
You can explain that, did you very well. Everyone's going to see how badly you explain things here now and go, oh yeah.
Excuse me, a couple of people said that I explained it very well.
Alright then, explain it to me then.
You just need to listen.
You just need to explain.
Right, you just need to put a base layer all over. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let me know when you're done, because I'm running them light on. I've only got so much time before it starts drying. You can stick with that same paintbrush, or you can change to a different one.
It's too big.
It's up to you. I'll have that one. Now, if you break that, you want me a new brush, because this is my favourite one.
I probably paid for it anyway then.
No, you didn't at all. You didn't, you cheeky git. Right, which one do you want? Or do you want one that's a weird shaped?
Is that right?
Yep, you just want a base layer. So put that in the water. You want that one? I'll use this one.
How's
then,
yours? What, they're darker than mine?
because my paint is slightly better. But you just need to add more water to your paints.
I don't want to do.
Right, so pick what other colour you want to go with it. I'm going for purples and pinks and bits of blue. You've got to work a bit quick.
Shut up. I don't know what I'm doing. You can't just tell someone, do it quickly. The
You
first
have got
time
to do
I've
it
ever
quick.
done something.
You never did this in school. You never did painting in
Watercolour
school.
painting in school? No,
Yeah.
I was off that day, obviously, clearly, weren't I?
And just put that wherever you want. And the way that I do the galaxies, I try and keep a certain area light. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now adding more water, you don't want that page to dry. I think I'll go into an even darker shade, which is a mixture of these two blacks, just for the very corners. Pull some of that colour out. Clean brush. You see, because the paper's already wet, the colours will blend with each other. And if you clean your brush off, have you cleaned your brush off at any point?
No.
Do you want me to help you a little bit?
Obviously.
Do you want me to help you a little bit? So is it that purple?
Yeah.
So you load your brush up, take in the corner.
That's what I've done, I made it dark in the top corner.
Yep. Let's take that one out, it's too big. And you're keeping that area light.
Yep.
So with clean water, go over this bit here to try and blend the two colours together once you've done that. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. I always tend to pick the same colours, so I'll add a little bit of blue, just a little bit. And then you'll use the heat gun as well, and that's your first layer. You can do different effects as well, you don't have to just push it on.
Clean now? Will it be clean that time?
Yeah, yeah. You can dab on as well. You can dab, you can use your finger and go like that to get different effects. I'm not even adding any more paint onto the paper here. I'm just moving the paint round that's already there. But I'm always keeping one area light. See how it's blending into each other? The pinks and the purples.
That's not blending, no. I need to do another colour. Orange.
Try it. You're going to put orange in that, it'll get muddy. It'll get muddy. Do you remember when we did the paint pour? And you, what colour was it? A yellow or something, and it got the rest of it got muddy. You're leaving it like that.
There's no other colour that will go with that, I don't think.
Right, you can use the heat gun.
Nothing else will go with that, will it?
And then we could do the next
What
layer.
about yellow? Or white?
Pink. These two are pinky purples here.
It's still like yours, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it won't be that, man, but you think that? I'll use the heat gun a little bit now. It will take a little while for this to dry because I've got puddles. Then I'm going to pull some of that colour up. Watch what I'm doing now. You see here where I've got puddles? And it makes it lighter as well. See? So that's loads more pigmented now. And if you want to blend it into the rest of it, clean your brush. Dip it into right to the bottom. There's like rubber things at the bottom that cleans it. Now you have to be careful with this heat gun because it could melt the glue that's keeping your paper down. See how it's getting lighter? Maybe try it again.
Try what again?
Cleaning it with water. You see, because you've added that clean water now, it's lifting up the paint. Do you understand what you're doing there?
Not really.
No, but you're understanding that you put clean water on an area that's already painted, it's lifting the colour up. There's different effects that you can get with salt as well, but they take ages and ages and ages to dry and you can't really use a heat gun.
Right, you know.
Just wait a second while I finish doing mine, because this needs to be 100% dry, then you can do the same. You can do how many layers that you want to do, it's up to you. But what I would do there is mix a really light purple, that purple that you had there, and maybe bring a tiny little bit in.
What purple?
The purple that's here, like the purple that you used.
On the bottom?
Yeah. And just put a tiny, tiny little bit and blend it like a stripe or a line or just something. That's enough, that's enough, that's enough! And then clean your brush off. Right, clean. Let me help you there a bit.
I'll do that with the dark blue.
Well, you can with the dark blue if you want.
That through there. Yes.
Watch, I'm just adding the clean water to the edges and it'll blend out a little bit better. See, look at it bleeding now into the water. Yeah. Because I was looking at you, my masking tape's completely pulled up. I won't get a nice line there now. So that's my first layer done. Are you drying it with the heat gun or are you still messing with it?
Press.
Just press it up. Hold it about here and keep moving it.
Left to right?
Yeah, or up and down, it's up to you. If you want to take any paint off, use that.
There's nothing to take off.
Oh, you've got plenty to take off there. I'm going in with that same water again, just around the edges, and my masking tape has completely started to lift up. And it's the same thing, just doing it in layers, Dana.
What?
Letting it dry.
Well, you have to put paint on it again after it's dry.
Well, you don't have to, no. But I imagine that you're not going to be happy with that end result there, are you?
I don't know.
I'm going to go over the whole of this actually. Don't want any lines. Purple and pink. Now once you add clean water over the top of that, it will reactivate some of that. Lift it up. I think that's dry enough, yeah. How's it feel?
I don't know what it is. If you took my brush,
What?
I left my brush in there.
Yeah, because I like this brush best.
Well, which one can I use then?
You can use that one. You can use that
What do I
one.
do now? Put clean water on here?
Clean water and then
Not
just
to spray
paint
it
again. No,
Right.
because it'll leave weird water
Just
marks.
spray
on your paint.
white water all the way over this again. Like I did at the very beginning.
You don't have to. You don't have to, but that's what I like to do. Because that's my first layer.
Well, you have to tell me what to do, 'cause I don't know what to do.
You do that, because look, that's my first layer. I'm not touching that first layer in the middle because it's light enough. So maybe use the big one to get it done quicker. Like that.
Where am I not touching?
No, you're going over the whole thing. But maybe because it wasn't 100% dried, it's reactivating.
Know what to do. Putting a colour on it again.
Putting a colour on it again, like what I'm doing.
Does it have to be one of the colours? You can't have to be one of the colours you've used.
No, doesn't have to be. But, I mean, it has to go a little bit. See, I'm bringing it in from the corners, but I always keep in the centre the lightest.
Yeah, I don't get the centre of the lightest.
Oh, I didn't, forgot to say that at the start. You might hear banging because our daughter's watching TV in her bedroom, so she's kicking on the bed. So that's what you can hear if you can hear banging. But if you watched my channel before, you'll know. You will know. And these corners as well. And it'll dry a lot lighter as well. It took me ages to learn that. Oh, she's having a field day up there, isn't she?
Yeah.
I think I must have had a bit of glitter in this water at some point. It's glistening. Watch that your sleeve doesn't go in that. A bit more of the blue. See, I'm just tapping it. You don't have to, literally, because it's a brush, you don't have to go like that. This paper as well isn't the best, but obviously I wasn't going to use my really expensive watercolour paper for this. So it is starting to bend and buckle a little bit with the amount of water that I am putting on. I'm going to take some of this off. So what are you going for there with that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I just thought that's what it'll end up looking like. I don't know, do I?
Alright, okay. Okay. So that's what you want to do.
I might put a big orange dot in the middle.
Why?
I don't know.
What, an orange?
Or a red dot.
You've got a thing with red dots. Every time that I ask him what colour shall
Or
I
a
do,
green-
these eyes
or a
red.
bright green dot.
I'm going to try that and see what it looks like now. I don't want to keep faffing. Quite happy with that. That bit's good because the paper was already wet there, and then when you put it down, it's nicely bled. It's extremely hot, this heat gun. Not like the hairdryer I was using.
What do we do now?
It's up to you. You can do the same as me. I'm drying it and see what it looks like. You might go in and do just one more layer. What you can do as well is when you've dried it, if I put water on that, little spots of water, and then use the cloth, it'll pull the colour up completely.
Why don't you put water in there?
Clean water? Well, I think we're going to have to change the water. Do you want to do that now while I'm doing this?
Mine needs to get dried though.
Well, I'll do it a bit on yours as well. Hold it from the bottom.
Don't do...
Hold it from the bottom.
I need to hold it from the bottom first picking it up. You just want to still everywhere.
Oh my god, what's it going to be like with the white at the end? We'll have white all up the walls. Won't go on. So I do it on his perfect and I write my masking tape on mine.
Yeah. That bit at the top keeps staying wetter.
Which one?
That bit.
Well, you just need to dry it a little bit more, just be careful because no, you need to constantly keep moving it because you'll do what I've done here. I was talking to you looking that way and then I've melted the glue, unfortunately. But I'm just going to do one more layer, I think. This is really nice clean water now. I think it's hot pressed, this water, not water, this paper. I'm sure it's hot pressed.
Yeah, I've got gold and silver pattern.
Yeah.
Can't really use that right, it won't go with it.
You want it or not?
It won't go with this now, I'll just wonder. That's fine, isn't it? It won't go with it.
Well, it's up to you. Put it there in case you change your mind. Oops.
Oh, that pink one.
Yeah, same things, you just need to put some water in it. From there, let it activate for a minute or so. And then you'll be able to use it. Put some more pink around the edges. So I've just done the same thing, Dana. I've gone over with the big brush, put water all over. And I'm adding my last layer. I was thinking then she's gone really quiet, hasn't she?
Just beating around. I can't leave it for ages now.
No, it won't be too long now. That darker purple. Bring that into the centre a bit actually.
Will that rule for the right then?
Yeah, then just do your last layer. Just give it a good mix, so mix it round. That's it. I've used loads of that pink.
It's not much there.
Let me see.
I put too much water in.
Maybe a little bit too much, yeah. It's quite watered down. There you go, see? What?
Splattered everywhere.
That'll go with the effect. Just a little bit, that's it. Oh, mine's wanting to gather in the corners now because the centre's lifted up. Yeah. If you do that, put your finger out and tap your tap the brush, it'll...
Spin it, did it my way. I created a better way.
Right, that's fine. That's fine. And you're getting it on mine, so bugger off. I don't want the pink sparkle on mine. Damn it, it's a paintbrush.
What do you mean?
Be a bit gentle. You go in like that and digging it into the paint.
I need to get all the stuff off it.
What do you mean you need to get all the stuff off it? You're dipping
Make sure
in paint.
it picks it in.
Yeah, but you're not digging for gold. You just need to tap it. They're not cheap, them brushes. And then you're like that, jabbing it in.
Because I've never used them before, you've not told me not to do that.
Well, don't do that, I told you now. I'm just going to dry this and then I'll put my little stars on. And that'll be it. Put them in the little...
Nice one though.
Damn it, you've not even cleaned it, Luke.
I did clean it, I swirled it already at the bottom like you said.
Why am mine coming out? Clean the drips and you've still got purple sparkle on them. Put your lids back on if you're finished. You need to add the stars at the end. I'll show you how to do that. Which brush? I like this brush.
You might know when you get knackered, so you're not using the air dryer, are you?
No, you don't have to use the air dryer, it's just because we're impatient. But you want it more or less dry, because if you put that on while it's wet, it won't look right. You see it drying?
You told me not to hold it in one place.
I'm not doing. You see it going lighter. That little puddle there, I'm going to lift that up. It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
No, it's not hard though, is it?
Well, yours doesn't look that bad, does it?
Oh, mine looks better. It does?
Yours is abstract.
Mine's better.
Mine's yours better.
Mine's yours better.
Yours looks like it's got a blue though.
No, it doesn't at all.
It does.
That does not look like that in this
And it's pink.
It's like purple.
There you go. So what I'm going to use, I always call this Dr. Martens, the PH Martens Bleed Proof White. Mix this with a little bit of clean water, and that's what I use to use the stars. I've been really liking this. I used this yesterday on a Kirby page instead of pulling out the white acrylic. It's very nice. A little bit more. It's very thick consistency, but once you add a little bit of water, it's not too bad. You should be more or less. It's that little bit there and a bit in the corner, and you should be alright to add this bit while I'm doing. Pepper?
Right, yeah.
Sorry?
Not right, yeah.
I know, but I think you're at the point where you can add this now. So I changed my picture up. Oh, pretty good that. For a first attempt.
It's like it's wet though.
It still might be wet. It still might be wet. But yeah, that's what the issues that I have with that.